Hello, everyone. So, today I want to talk to you about something that I get most questions around. We always keep asking how the reality is working, how the reality is running, what happens, why it happens. But off late, I had this realization that your reality is running on the same algorithm as your Instagram. And this realization came very sudden. I was at the lunch table with some of my friends and we started talking about AI, spirituality, Instagram, algorithms, and whatnot. And somehow all the conversations these days end up around this, especially if you have a techie circle. But there was this difference which I noticed. As I was explaining the perception of choice and reality, that there are two ways to use Instagram, right? One is you open the app and whatever it hands you, you take. You scroll, you react, you keep scrolling, reel after reel, post after post. You become the test subject and the app becomes the scientist. It feeds you back your own demographics, your history, your past click, dressed up as for you. All the algorithms have this feature which says for you, which is basically using what you are consuming every day and giving it back to you on the name of matchmaking, on the name of how it relates to you. And then there is the second way of using Instagram or any social media app, which is you go looking for exactly what you want to see and you keep doing it again and again even when the app resists you for the first few days and keeps showing you the old stuff. It takes a while, right? You start reading about some topic, you search on Instagram, you see one reel about it, you try hard, you don't get it. By day 2, day 3, day 4, it start coming in your suggested or for you section. So the algorithm does not want to let go of what is already knows about you, but it eventually adapts to it. It has to, right? Because now your interest has changed as per the algorithm and it has to serve you. It exists to serve you and not the other way around. And somewhere I think that reality also runs on the exact same code. Let's compare this algorithm with your life, right? Version 1 to what we discussed. You have a history. You have given that history to everyone around you, the family that you come from, how you talk about yourself, how the things have happened in your life, and you keep running it. It is familiar, and the algorithm of your life has learned the familiar is what you reward with your attention. That is the only reason it keeps showing up. The struggle, the scarcity, the demographics based identity, all of this instead of remembered as a fact that happened to you once a long time ago. This is what we do, right? We keep talking about our struggles. We keep talking about our past, and that becomes a mirror. That is what the algorithms keep showing for you. And now the version two. You go looking, right? You find the people who pull you out of the loop. You enter the rooms where you were not assigned to by birth or circumstance. You enter the rooms where you actually know that they can expand you. You find the people who pull you out of the loop, the books, the name, uh, what you could do, a skill you build on purpose instead of, by accident. You keep looking over and over and again. How can you expand? What can you do? How can you retrain that algorithm? You watch how other people rewrote their own reality. That becomes a setting benchmark for you. And you build alongside them instead of just admiring them outside uh, of that glass house they are living in. Every time there is something that needs to happen for the first time, there's fear around it. But the moment you know that somebody has already done it, it makes your life easier, right? And that is the difference. The algorithm does not change, but you stop feeding it the same request over and over again and keep calling that fate. What you use the service for is your choice and only yours. Either you can use it based on what it is already offering you, or you can build your own menu out of it. And I say this having lived both versions of the same feat. A lot of my life, I have lived in a way where, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is the kind of job I want. This is the education that I should go for. This is the kind of schooling, the college, everything. Because somewhere there was a blueprint which was inherited in me until I realized that I had a choice. What I did as hobby, my interest, I started exploring them in depth. So the choice was never actually in the hand of others, but in my hand. It was all about when I take up and use that choice. And this is also the tribe I am building because every person's success becomes a proof, a real and specific proof that the algorithm will also adjust for you. That is the hope. That is the possibility that happens. That you are not the demographic it decided you were. That you get to search for something else. You can keep searching even when it resists you and let it eventually catch up to what you actually want your feed and your life to show you. And if you are done scrolling that old feed and want to sit with someone while your resets, that is what I am building. That is what we do in Rewrite Deeper. Until then, you can either start rewriting your life, rewriting the script, or you can keep living the old story. The choice is yours to become a conscious creator or a doom scroller.